everyone. I am Rashmi Chauhan, Research Scholar, University School of Education, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi. Our today's discussion will be on motivation, which is a very important topic in psychology. We all perform many tasks in our daily life. For example, students try to perform good in their classroom. After completion of our studies, we try to get a good job. We try to achieve high at our workplace and so on. Have you ever thought what stimulates us to perform these actions in our daily life? If you think, your answer will lead you towards motivation. So, in simple words, motivation is the process which stimulates a person to act for achieving desired goals. Before moving ahead, let us have a look on the learning objectives that we will try to achieve till the end of the session. After completion of this session, you will be able to define motivation as a psychological construct, explain need, drive, motive, and incentive as elements of motivation, differentiate between extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Let's focus what is motivation. Many psychologists define motivation in different ways. Here I have taken two definitions. According to McFarland, motivation refers to the way in which urges, drives, desires, aspirations, and strivings or needs direct, control, or explain the behavior of human beings. According to McDonald, motivation is an energy change within a person and is characterized by affective arousal and anticipatory goal reaction. If you analyze these definitions, you will find that these definitions indicating motivation as something which inspires, stimulates, and energizes the individual to achieve some specific goals, a biological or psychosocial state, and it aroused by the affective arousal, which is feeling state of the person, and characterized by the anticipatory goal reaction. Now let us see what are the basic elements of motivation which are associated with the process and act as force in motivation. So first is needs. Needs are desires, choices, and wants. These needs stimulates a person to perform some actions to achieve specific goals. Needs create imbalance within the individual. Needs can be of two kinds. Biological needs, that is food, water, relief from pain, air to breathe, etc. For example, if you feel hungry, you try to eat food to satisfy your hunger. So, here food is the need. Socio-psychological needs. These are associated with socio-psychological environment of the individual. These may include independence, love, affection, achievement, etc. For example, when you work hard and feel tired, you require rest and good sleep. Other one is drive. Unsatisfied needs create tension or imbalance within the person that stimulates drive. These are also of two types. Primary drives. The drives which originate from our biology are called biological or primary drives, like hunger, thirst, sleep, etc. For example, if you feel thirsty, you become motivated to drink, or if you are hungry, you become motivated to eat. Other one is secondary drives. We all human beings live in society and in family. We learn socio-psychological drives in social groups due to the interaction with family and society. These drives differ from individual to individual because every individual has different kind of social circle and family. Some examples of these drives are fear or anxiety, struggle for achievement, aggression, curiosity to know something, etc. Let's say if you work hard to achieve highest marks in your class and you feel aggressive when some of your friends tease you. Third one is motive. Motives refer to the reasons a person behaves in a particular way, or we can say that what inspires us to behave in order to fulfill a desire or a need. These are also of two types. Stimulus motives, that is sensory deprivation, exploration and manipulation. Social motives, that is achievement, affiliation and power. Fourth one is incentive. Incentive works as a stimulus which stimulates the action or behavior and adds more force to drive. Some examples of incentive are reward, praise, bonus, appreciation. Incentives can also be divided into two parts. Positive incentives. Positive incentives provide positive pledge or sureness to fulfill the needs of individual, and these have generally positive attitude behind it. For example, reward, appraisal, appreciation, promotion, allowance, etc. Negative incentives. These incentives are negative in attitude. These are provided to rectify the mistakes or to improve the performance. For example, criticism, punishment and demotion, etc. In order to understand better human needs, you should look on a model proposed by Maslow in 1943. In this model, Maslow arranged the human needs in a hierarchy of predominance. As you can see this, in this pyramid shape, the model has 5 tiers. In this model, all the human needs are interrelated and satisfaction of one need depends on another. You can see in this picture, at the bottom of the pyramid, there are physiological needs which are primary needs for every human being, like breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, excretion, etc. Above the physiological needs, there are safety needs like security of body, employment, resources, morality, the family, health and property. Above these two, there are the needs of love and belonging like friendship, family, sexual intimacy, etc. Fourth one is esteem needs like self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others and respect by others. At the highest level, there is self-actualization, that is morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Let us explain drive in detail. A drive is a psychological state of arousal that compels humans to take action to restore their homeostatic balance. When balance is restored, the drive is reduced. The strength of the drive is determined upon the length of the deprivation or the intensity or strength of the resulting behavior. The drive does not direct behavior, rather it functions to energize it. Motives, the intentions, desires, goals and needs that determine human and animal behavior. Motives are hypothetical state that activate behavior and propels one towards goals. Motive is the reason for doing something or behaving in a specific way. Incentives, the object of the environment that activates, directs and maintains behavior is called incentive. It can be anything as long as it has either positive or negative value in motivating behavior. The motivated behavior is directed towards incentive, and getting closer to the incentive provides satisfaction of the aroused drive. According to the Hildgaard, the incentive is something in the external environment that satisfies the need and thus reduces the drive through consummative activity. Now let us see types of motivation. You must have experienced to be motivated to achieve some goals in your life. Let us see on the types of motivation. There are two types of motivation: extrinsic motivation, which is created by external factors such as reward and punishment; intrinsic motivation, which is associated with the activities that are their own rewards. Now let us focus extrinsic motivation in detail. When you do something to get good grade in your studies, to complete your assignment timely, to avoid punishment, or to please your teacher, or for some other reason, in all these situations, something from outside motivates you to perform certain actions to achieve your goal. So, extrinsic motivation stimulates the individual to perform some specific actions influenced by external incentives. Motivational stimuli are coming from outside, often occur instantly, might only occur for limited period of time. Intrinsic motivation. In this type of motivation, motives come from inside of the human body in the form of interest, hunger, curiosity, etc. In intrinsic motivation, the internal drive or force stimulates the individual to act, behave in a specific manner or to perform some task. So, we can say that the act of being motivated by internal factors to perform certain actions and behavior is called intrinsic motivation. Natural tendency to seek out and conquer challenges. Intrinsically motivated person do not need incentives or punishment. Motivational stimuli are coming from within. Intrinsic motivation cannot be figured out easily. Fostering intrinsic motivation can be a lengthy process requiring special treatment. Intrinsic motivation lasts for longer period and often leads to higher level of success. Now let us see how teacher can motivate to the learners in their classrooms. What teachers should do? Teachers should promote extrinsic motivation by challenging students with moderately difficult tasks by providing external rewards. Teachers should be aware about their purpose for using external reward and let the students know also. Teachers should help their students by motivating them to orient themselves for learning rather than performance. Teachers should develop positive attitude towards learning among learners by motivating them to enhance learning. So dear learners, let's motivate to ourselves and let the children enjoy the learning and explore the meaning. Thank you.